Tiffany Savage lost her fiance last year, Carl Lee Beckett, and Tiffany was just wondering if there was a message from Carl. Now he's in the Summerlands there, and obviously it was devastating, and they were just about to, you know, start out life and whatever, all that sort of thing, and cut short as he does. So we'll give Carl a shout and see if he can just pop in and have a word, if he's got any messages there. So what we'll do, we'll get these mediumship cards here and we'll just give them a shuffle, and as we shuffle them, we'll just simply ask Spirit of Carl Lee Beckett, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Carl Lee Beckett, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Carl Lee Beckett, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Carl Lee Beckett, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Carl Lee Beckett, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Carl Lee Beckett, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Carl Lee Beckett and your divine presence. And we just cut the deck like so and just place the top underneath, as I always do when we're using cartomancy there. And we'll just move the cards to the side over here. Before I start, we just acknowledge that Carl is now here with us. I just want to thank you, Carl, for joining us. Carl Lee Beckett there. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your love, and thank you for your energy and the message that you've brought there for Tiffany. Let's see. What I normally do is, whatever normal is, I deal out 3 cards initially. In my world of logic, that's beginning, middle and end of message. I suppose it's a bit like the past, present and future thing when we do tarot and things like that, isn't it, where you begin, middle and end of story, I suppose, really. But of course, if anything else wants to come through, if we sort of feel as though we, you know, then we'll pull more. But at a minimum, I suppose you could say. Let's see what the first card is, though. We'll just flip this card here nice and slowly, not to disturb the energy there. We just started on the hour there, aren't we, Carl? So you can give us the 6 o'clock news, as is now. I suppose you could say. Notice here, he's just saying that it was my time to go. Tiffany. It was my time to go. And that's really the nip and tuck of it, I suppose, to some degree. And so I suppose it means nobody's to blame, or because everybody has this thing about blaming themselves, don't they, or whatever. Maybe some are to blame and they try and or whatever, or you have to try and find the one who's to blame. I don't know, but in this particular case, he's just saying it was just my time to go. First, you got the footprints there. I don't know if you can just see that. That's a pretty good depiction of it, isn't it? You got the footprints and on the beach, and then they just suddenly stop, and then that's it. So the evidence of one's existence is still there, even though it suddenly stops. And so it's as if he's saying, isn't it? It's not as if I haven't left anything behind. I suppose there, Carl, I suppose you were accused of filling a hole and bloody emptying it or something. As the saying often goes, there where we are. So suppose you've got that one going on. He's filled a bloody hole and he's bloody emptied it as well. Or they broke the bloody mould or something like that, usually, isn't it, Carl? Let's see what else you've got to say there. now we know it was your time to go, or now we know that's what you want us, as we ask, all words are true in your name, on your behalf, as you'd say. We've just got here, it's an interesting one, isn't it? They're just saying that I will always point you in the right direction, Tiffany. It was my time to go, I'll always point you in the right direction. As if to say, don't think you've got rid of me just yet. Even, why am I sort of going as though like, even though I filled the hole and emptied the hole, and the hole is empty, whatever I left behind, the footprints, as you could say, will help you. Whatever I left in those footprints, metaphorically, will point you in the right direction. Maybe to what to do next, or whatever. Or, I mean, I'm sure you must have known his intent and what he wished for you, and whatever there, Tiffany. So I suppose, really, he's just saying that as if I'll point you in the right direction with what's left behind. Not that I didn't tell you when I was here, of course, maybe, but let's see what the next card is here. We'll just flip that nice and slowly there, and just not to disturb the energy, just nice and steadily, and notice what we've got here. We will be together again, as if he's saying, well, he is saying, it was my time to go, I'll always point you in the right direction, and we'll meet again. As if to say, so don't worry, we'll meet again. We will meet again anyway. So until then, try and delay the inevitable, of course. But until then, I suppose you can you can rest in the knowledge that yes, okay, it was my time to go. Always point in the right direction. And there's okay, there might be a fork in the road right now. You can fork off in either which direction you want there. Or do a turn right or do a turn left, which is the sort of straight road, or is it a bent road with one going off, or going off that way, or is it a bent road with one going off that way? We don't know, but either way, we can you can decide. You know what it is, because the direction to go has been left in the footprints, as if something. I'm sort of guiding as though something he did, or something he used to always say, or whatever. I don't know what it was, and it's always there, and so there's enough guidance really through what you remember, through your memories. But either way, until we meet again, we will be together. You know, we will be together again. So until we meet again, just use what you've got there at hand. I suppose what your stockpile is. But like if you're prepping for nuclear war or something like that, or I suppose in our case bio war with the Chinese, or with whatever common enemy we've got, and if energy bills are going up, then obviously we've stocked up in butane gas, so we can have as many cups of coffee as we want, but we run out of soup. But either way, it's a bit like that, isn't it? It's a bit like prepping or stockpiling up on stuff for a power cut, or usually that's the usual thing, isn't it, a power cut or whatever, but instead it's bloody bio terror attacks and God knows what, and using the economy as a weapon. But either way, in this sort of way, he's saying that I left you enough in the, enough in the stockpile of either ideas or things I said, or as you said before, to point you in the right direction until we meet again. But we will be together again, because we're meant to be together anyway. That's the whole idea of it. I'm your fiancé, for God's sake. So I mean, hello. So really, that's self-explanatory. I want to pull another card or two, or whatever. I'll just give it two because I like an odd number. Let's just pull this one in and just see what this is. It's beautiful where I am, and I was thinking that it's beautiful where I am because I've got you as a fiancé, and we will be together again. I've got something to look forward to. I've got something or somebody to look forward to. Delay the inevitable, yes. And just believe in yourself. You can do this. You can cope, and you can do this until that time. So he's giving you a bit of encouragement there, like he used to do when he was. It's like as if there's no change, really, isn't it? And that's the point, isn't it? Really, in essence, there is no change. It's just I'm not there in the physical to shout at you. But either way, I can shout at you now. So there you go. You can't get away with it either way. So what we'll do, I'm going to leave it there for now, there, Carl, and I'll leave you two to deal with what you've got to deal with, and I'm sure that through meditation or whatever there that she can call you in a mind, and I'm sure you will answer, and I'm sure, because spirit guides or guardians or whatever, if that's what you are, I don't know. No, it isn't the card I thought, but just remember me by the memories that we remember me by the happy memories we created. We can have a laugh about it. At my expense, probably. Join the club there, Carl. So there you go. So that's just one extra. It's an even number, so we'll pull another one, make it an odd number. Of course, he's going along that line there, isn't he? There's no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. So while you're in the three-dimensional world, and time has been one of the fourth dimensions, you have to think of time as a thing like space, and objects within the space. You have to think of time as an actual thing, like an object. And when you do that, then you can sort of. I suppose when you look at the old analog TV, and you used to get the white noise, didn't you? All the little flickery white flickers on there. Every one in those, every one of them, every second is from the Big Bang, so they reckon. Hey ho. So what we'll do, we'll leave it at that there, Carl, just for now. And what we're going to do is just gather up Carl's message there and just put it in a neat little pile there. And then we just say that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part, and merry may we meet again. And then we'll just place the rest of the deck on top of Carl's message. I suppose it's as if to lay Carl to rest, isn't it? Just until maybe next time we have a word. And then just for now, we just say blessed be to Carl and all absent friends.